So AHO, she's getting sued again. You mark my words on that. I've been talking to sources. She is bringing her world down around her. Why? Well, the tell-all book, the one she supposedly was shopping around. Yeah, it looks like she was indeed doing that. And this is the same person that has gone on record and admitted to the world they don't have $10.2 million. In fact, they're in serious trouble. Every single movie that they've ever put out, that wouldn't be enough to cover all their debts. That's why she's on board to write what some places are calling a quote-unquote revenge book. Basically, because she feels like she doesn't have anything else to lose. You and I, we're going to talk about that today. And yeah, she has a lot to lose. I've been talking to sources about it. Oh man, this will go over badly. She thinks she's has problems now. Oh man, fun times, huh? Fun times indeed. So, hey there to all you fine folks on this fine day, by the way. I hope you are doing excellently. Now, talk about your absolute terrible plans. When I first heard this, I thought, surely this can't be real. Surely she has a lawyer or somebody on her side saying you don't want to do something like this. So I wanted to check in and see if it was legit. Well, sure enough, from what I'm hearing from sources, there is the idea of a tell-all book that was shopped around. There is definitely some interest, and I believe that interest, it came from the idea that there were therapy notes we never saw. That's why she mentioned it on Dateline NBC, not to sell it to you and I, mind you, but to sell it to someone else and to sell it for millions. Now, if you're looking at this move and thinking, man, that has to be desperate. She has to know that there are consequences to that. Well, apparently you would be right. There is a source that is saying that they are close to the AH camp. This, by the way, is being reported by the media. But this source is saying that she's broke. Remember, too, we've been hearing about bankruptcy now. And along with that, she's quote-unquote not in a position to turn down money. After all, you can't file away that $10 million that she owes. Now, what's hilarious is that right from go, experts that would typically be on her side, we're talking about shill media here after all, we're saying, what exactly are you thinking here? We understand that you're desperate, but being this desperate, if this goes sideways on you, if you do damages again to his reputation, you're gonna end up getting sued. And I can tell you, by the way, that she would go after JD first. JD would indeed sue her. She would also, she would go after somebody like Adam Waldman. Adam Waldman would indeed sue her. And there's other people out there. If she starts attacking people publicly, people like yourself, people like myself, that opens her up for litigation too. And you can see experts. Look at what they're saying here. Quote, the verdict in Virginia after weeks of lurid testimony was devastating to the credibility and reputation of AH. The jurors essentially found that AH was not believable in any respects. You notice that there. Any respects. They didn't give her any validation at all. The jurors rejected her testimony in its entirety. One juror even commented that she was not believable when she cried on the witness stand. JD, he was awarded $10 million, an amount of money that she cannot pay. And this is where the experts, they really waylay her. Quote, to the extent that AH wants to discuss this case and her relationship with JD in a tell-all statement or book, she needs to be extremely careful as to what she says about him. You've seen the interviews, by the way. You saw what she said on Dateline NBC. You've seen what her lawyer said or what Eve Barlow says for her. Do you see any care at all there? No. She just keeps ramping up. Continuing. JD and his attorneys will be reading and listening to everything that AH states. You know they will be too. I mean, JD has moved on with his life, but like he said when he brought his appeal, he said if she's going to be doing this stuff, then he has to answer her in kind. So that's what you're seeing here. Continuing, if she crosses the line. By the way, I don't think that is an if statement. I think that is a when statement. When she crosses the line, continuing, which is likely. So they're admitting here that she will cross the line, and you know that she will. There is no question that she will be hit with another defamation suit and end up right back in court. And like I said, sources are saying it's not a likely outcome. She is trying to go this route. JD will sue her. You note that there. He will sue her. And he won't be the only one, I'm sure. Like I said, Adam Waldman, he has taken this stuff. He has allowed her to go out and to say terrible things about him again and again. She does a tell-all book. He's going to get in there too. You know that that's going to happen. Now, as far as the numbers that are being added to this are concerned, we are talking about some astronomical figures. And that works out really well for JD too, because JD, he's going to have to get paid some way, and she cannot afford the bill right now. We've been seeing, though, numbers go in $8 to $10 million, jumping up $15 to $16 million. And the places that are reporting this, by the way, we're not talking about places that you just casually dismiss. This is the mainstream media. This is Newsweek here that is giving us this clip, noting negotiations reportedly in the region of $15 million. Now, I could not verify the validity of any of those numbers, but this other part that they said, frenzy in the publishing world, I could verify the interest for this, and there is a lot of interest in a tell-all book. That's why, again, I was saying, I think that AH and Elaine, they haven't been just doing interviews trying to win back the court of public opinion. I think that they're courting publishers with the idea of therapy notes. So we have all of this stuff. You've never, ever seen it. And really think about this. I think that they want to release this stuff to the public. I'm not saying that it's not all smoke and mirrors, but they do want to have something hit. But when it hits, they don't want to give it away for free. That's why they fought the judge on the judge allowing all of this to just go public, to unseal it, because they want to unseal it on their own timeline. But they want to unseal it with dollar signs behind it. Like I said, she's going to get sued for this stuff too. She's going to get sued by multiple people. Mark my words, this is coming. But anyway, let me know what you think about this. And as always, I appreciate the heck out of you. You make this stuff work. Thank you. I can't say that enough. Playing with the thing to try to see what we can do on the channel. That's what donations go to. Thank you. I appreciate that. But you being here, biggest thing of all. Thank you. I appreciate you. Ending here. Thank you again. See you soon.